NBA champs, everybody's gunning for him, but especially the runner-up. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he's always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one.
Well,
lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player that seems like he's a step ahead, like mentally. Like he has this mental telepathy that goes on and goes. He knows what you're thinking before you think it, before the guy thought it was a thought.
Wow. It's like an extraordinary basketball IQ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a good high basketball IQ, Shaq?
No, didn't need one, Ernie,
Why?
because I had the ES.
What's that?
Elbow sandwiches.
Now I'm really hungry.
Elbow sandwiches
Let's
right
get
in your
it down
mouth.
to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. They're coming off that win in Detroit, taking care of the Pistons.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. McDaniels is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Hits the front of the rim and out. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And Joseph kicks to Jefferson, and he gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with Dave Yeager. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, Doris. Guys?
And, you know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Attack being the operative word, all in caps. I mean, it has to be an active, assertive approach they use. They can't sit back and be passive.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Villanueva, and there's another one for the Hornets. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Cantor sets the pick for Durant. Durant drawing the double team, and Cantor throws it down.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Misses off the right iron. Thunder trailing by 3. Outside Westbrook. There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Durant. To the paint, and Cantor throws it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now here's Payne. What a tremendous game he played against Houston.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
McDaniels passes to Westbrook. Feeds to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Cantor with a screen on Batum. And Durant, here we go. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
weeks, putting up about 25 points per game, just over 2 steals and 3 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Booker comes in for Charlie Villanueva. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Tony Roten in for Corey Joseph. Good. On the shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Payne. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Durant. He feeds it to Payne. And stolen by Payne. Goes up.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
And that last replay courtesy of Pierre. Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And this is their first matchup against this team since they knocked them off in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but you know, it's really interesting. They were swept by them in the regular season last year. So we'll see who wins out tonight.
The Hornets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
To the right side. Here's Payne. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Hornets. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 8. Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Payne in at shooting guard. Kaminsky out there with Charlie Villanueva. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Roten in at the point. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He finished with 54 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
4 on the clock. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Charlotte leading by 9. Here's Joseph. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Ibaka comes in for Steven Adams, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. There's a screen by Cantor. Goes up the baseline, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Payne kicks to Villanueva. Goes back up. And again, it will drop another make there from Payne. Payne's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Westbrook, here we go. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Hornets leading by 11. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Freak. He's got 14 points. He was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in. There's a screen by Cantor. To the left wing. Here's McDaniels. Second shot opportunity. Cantor's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The jump hook, and the shot is long. Thunder trailing by 13. McDaniels passes to Westbrook. Westbrook double team, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Booker. And the first half is now in the book. All right, Charlotte. Now ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Cantor. Russell Westbrook out there with McDaniels. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
Move the ball.
Here's Payne. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Westbrook dishes to Durant. A floater. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Off target with the open look. Payne in the post. 18 points for him. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
That's tipped and stolen by Payne. Oh, where did that come from?